rattles the doors, everything rattles. You can't even hear the TV over the rattle.
25 News reporter Andrew Lamparski's visit with Anna Kaiser of McGregor points out the price of progress. Last week, McGregor's fire department responded to a grass fire at SpaceX, well away from most of the rockets, but pointing out once again the front row seat some in McGregor and Oglesby have to the action.
The government can invest money in solving questions that private industry, for the most part, can't do.
NASA officials like to talk about the many benefits of the space program, while they too remember the sometimes high costs. Airsafe.com reports almost 20 people have died in accidents related to space travel, all but one related to NASA. So to borrow a phrase from Buzz Lightyear, the agency has taken very careful steps as it once again looks to infinity and beyond.
So that's where we are today, and we're building, the Artemis program right now, and the plan is, to launch the first woman and the first person of color and land them on the moon. Go to the moon, learn to live there sustainably, right? So a sustainable presence on the moon, learn valuable lessons, and then go on to Mars. There's a lot that needs to be learned, but it's if NASA's shown one thing over the generations and the decades, is that it learns the hard lessons. That's what we do, and that's it's inspiring.
And this time, NASA won't go it alone. Private space partners, including Texas companies SpaceX and Blue Origin, will play important roles.
NASA is building the Space Launch System. NASA and its contract partners, Boeing, right? So they're building the Space Launch System. That's the vehicle that's going to take us back to the moon. Along the way, we're going to need support from contractors, right? So we're going to need support from commercial space, the International Space Station. You look at what's happening there. You look at who is it that's going to take astronauts to and from low Earth orbit? Well, that's commercial space, right?
As Artemis leads to an eventual base on the moon, private space companies will haul the freight and carry the load. The new buzzword in space: sustainability, not just in making the moon livable, but in making trips to infinity and beyond pay for themselves. Sorry, Buzz Lightyear.
Across the world right now, space is just growing in leaps and bounds, and there's so many different players in the game. And I think, but as we sit back and as we watch the Artemis program play out, that's where it's going to be very unique, very different than what we've seen before. But that's the only way we can do it and make it sustainable.
And that brings us back to all the moving and shaking in McGregor. Sustainability in space may make life for some of us here a little less sustainable for now.
That door will not stay leveled, and it's a storm door, glass, heavy, but it won't stay level.
But there's hope, because the Artemis program includes a moon-orbiting space station called Gateway, where some believe testing of new kinds of rockets can take us to Mars without disturbing the neighbors too much. Dennis Turner, 25 News.